society, despite its penchant for flamboyance. "Mademoiselle d'Amilly, to what do we owe such pleasure?" he asked in French. Merci Dieu. What would she have done if the butler had turned her away? Gabrielle curtsied. "Bonjour, Lord Stormont." No sense in delay. "I have come to inquire after Monsieur Finch. He seemed to have injured his foot at the ball last evening." The ambassador's eyebrows pulled together. "Finch is not in." Her stomach sank. Not in? This early in the day? She'd come early on purpose to catch him, before the ambassador sent him all over the city, attending to clerical duties. All her forwardness had been for naught. She could practically hear Elizabeth's laughter. "Poor sweet Gabrielle, you should have consulted me first." Gabrielle bit her lip. No, she would never consult that woman on matters of love. "You needn't fear for Finch, however," Lord Stormont continued, a kindly smile on his face, as though he could read her intentions. "He took a guest of ours to visit the gardens of the Tuileries. He seemed well as ever." The Tuileries? Perhaps there was still a chance to catch him. She glanced down at the watch, dangling from a fob at her waist. Elizabeth wished her to attend a gown-fitting that morning. She had time to find Monsieur Finch at the Tuileries and make it home. It wouldn't be time spent alone, but a visit with him was better than no visit. The more occasions she had to spend with him, the better her odds at catching his interest, and, with any luck, his heart. "Thank you, Monseigneur. I will—" The boy dashed up the steps, and Gabrielle turned, allowing him room in front of the door. "Yes, what is it?" Lord Stormont asked. Though he spoke with a decided English accent, his mastery of French was impressive, at least to someone like Gabrielle, who had no mastery of any language other than her own. "Message for Monsieur Finch," the boy said, winded. He held up a folded square of paper. "I'm to give it to him directly." The ambassador's lips twitched. "Finch is a sought-after man today." He reached for the letter. "I will see that he gets it." An idea flashed into Gabrielle's mind, and before she could consider it thoughtfully, she blurted, "I can take it." "That is very kind, mademoiselle, but I would not trouble you," Lord Stormont said. "It is practically on my way." Not entirely true, but she hoped he wouldn't notice that. Did she sound as desperate as she felt, staring at the folded page? "It will be no trouble, I assure you." The ambassador took the note and slipped the boy a coin from his pocket. He turned it over. "Who sent this?" "Monsieur Labarre," the boy said. Lord Stormont snorted. "That can't contain anything of importance, but I will humour you." Was he talking to Monsieur Labarre or to her? Gabrielle clasped her hands to keep from fidgeting while he waved the messenger away. Turning back to her, the hint of a laugh escaped him as he nodded once. "Very well. I would be most grateful for your service, mademoiselle." Gabrielle's face heated despite the cool morning. She ducked her head, willing the brim of her black silk bonnet to hide her blush. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't carry herself with the confidence of her stepmother. "You are an open book, chérie, and all the world can read it." He handed the note to her with a wink. "You'd best be on your way, not a moment to lose." It was all Gabrielle could do to keep from running down the steps and back through the archway to her waiting coach. A morning with Monsieur Finch. She urged the coachman to take them to the gardens of the Tuileries with all the speed he could manage through the cobbled streets of Paris. She plopped into her seat and barely contained a giggle of delight as the servant closed the door. This was the start of a new life, free from the follies of her father and his wife. As the coach bumped forward, the towering townhouses of Rue Jacob dissolved into daydreams of London, new and fresh and far, far from here. Harvey Barlow strolled a half-step behind his new acquaintance, Edward Finch, as the man pointed out the architectural beauties of the Tuileries Palace to their left. Of course, Harvey enjoyed a classical monstrosity as much as the next man, but this early in the morning he usually preferred a cup of tea, a sweet biscuit, and the melody of ocean waves on a ship's hull. Absent a seaworthy vessel, he would settle for just the tea and biscuit. Perhaps Finch's tour of the Tuileries Gardens would end...